Hey, Kyle here with winthehouseyoulove.com. Today we're talking about FHA loan limits and specifically the changes that happened in the beginning of 2020 that changed loan limits. They actually increased quite a bit. So what this is going to help you do is figure out exactly how much you can borrow on a new loan if you're using an FHA loan program. So first, let's talk about why do we have an increase in the loan limit? Well, it's because as homes increase in their value, FHA has to keep up and increase their loan limit. That way people can borrow more money for homes as the home value increases across the US. So for most of the country, that's going to be $331,760. Okay, $331,760 is the max loan limit for most counties across the US. That's a $17,000 increase from 2019's $314,827. So you can see as home values increased, the amount that you can borrow now increases as well. Now, this is still pretty low for some areas in the nation. So we can compare that to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac on conventional loans. So these would be conventional of $510,400. So you can see if you want to qualify for more money, you might have to flip to a conventional loan program and see if you can qualify for conventional to be able to get a higher loan. So basically what happens is FHA is required by law, and I made a typo there, they're required by law to set the single family loan limit of 115% of median home prices. So whatever the median home price is, they're going to take 115%, and that's now the new max loan limit. But that doesn't work for all counties. FHA recognizes that not all counties are the same. For instance, you have high cost counties, and there's about 70 what are classified high cost counties. And these are where home values are a lot more expensive than in most of the US. So areas in California, or you have areas like Nashville, those areas are more expensive and are high cost areas. So what FHA does is they take 150% instead of 115% of the median home value. So most of these areas have a $765,600 limit on the max loan that you can get from FHA. So now let's talk about how do we calculate the purchase price, because we know the loan amount, but how do we actually figure out what our purchase price is? So the way that we do that is some reverse math. So you're going to take your loan limit, and then you'll divide that by however much your loan to value ratio is. And your loan to value ratio is basically how much your loan is compared to the value of the home. So for instance, FHA has a minimum 3.5% down payment. So the loan to value ratio is 96.5. So if we take our loan limit and divide it by 96.5%, that's going to give us our max purchase price. So for instance, let's run off of this example up here, $331,760. If I take $331,760 divided by 96.5, oops, I did my math wrong. $331,760 divided by 0.965, that gives me $343,792 as the max purchase price. Now, if you want to go higher than that limit, then you can put more money down to make up the difference. So now, how do you actually look these up? In the description, there is a link to FHA's website for you to actually be able to go in, find the county that you're searching for, or you're searching for a home in, and find exactly what the loan limit is. Then do some reverse math to figure out what your max purchase price is so you can shop with confidence. So if you want to learn more about qualifying for an FHA loan and the FHA requirements, click on this video over here. It's going to give you all the details.